We've seen YouTubers of all different categories come and go. Whether they rode a particular trend or meta, got canceled or just quit. Realistically, if you're like riding a trend or a wave, it's only the ones that are the best at it that come out alive. And even then, like if that whole wave is just a gimmick and the whole thing dies, so does your channel. That's why on YouTube it's never good to rely on a gimmick to grow. We've seen it time and time again. 6 or 7 years ago on YouTube, there was this whole wave of just prank channels. Eventually it got to a point where they all started to feel the same and it seemed like they were competing with each other in a way. Creators were exposed for faking pranks and the whole category just went stale. A lot of those creators moved on from it and either make different content or just quit altogether. For a while that scene was just flat out dead and you had to go out of your way on the site to find those type of videos. But that's until just recently, of course.
I'm in the zoo with the lions and apes and bears, you probably won't make it there. One of the ops they say they want smoke with me, you don't want to take it there. And these niggas be hating this shit here, it's like a disease, I'm glad that I came prepared. I'm the worst case in there, better put faith in there. You running like bitch, come here, you better start facing your fears. And your lane better get clear. 20K been a hell of a year, 5950 I aim at his cap. Like Diego, I follow the map.
This platform has seen a huge resurgence in prank channels and they're way better than the ones in 2016. Yeah, they're still prank channels, but these creators actually connect to their fan base way better and way more than the prank channels of like 6 or 7 years ago could. Creators that I mess with the most is definitely like Canel, Joseph, Loaf, and the main topic of this video, JiDion. One of the key things a lot of the older prank channels couldn't achieve is a strong dedicated fan base. Hence why a lot of them fell off and couldn't recapture what they had before. That's not to say a lot of them still aren't successful, but they just aren't at the same peak they were 5, 6, 7 years ago. But with JiDion and his personality and his fan base, I feel like he can be relevant for really as long as he wants to be. His ability to want to talk it out with people if there's an issue or really just be friends with anybody is something not everybody can do. And that alone, that he's so involved in the community, is why I don't think he'll ever fall off. He's not just a prank channel, he also streams on YouTube. He used to stream on Twitch until he got banned, but he streams on YouTube and streams all types of stuff to his viewer base. When the whole drama happened with Pokimane, yeah, I think, you know, he was wrong in doing the raid, but when he got banned, he was still able to de-escalate the situation and do a mukbang with Pokimane and basically squash everything, which is really honorable.
Can I tweet out like what questions you want me and Pokimane to answer?
Yeah.
They're not gonna believe this. Laugh my ass off. This man do the unthinkable. What the f is this crossover? This is really a crossover like crazy.
There's a lot of people that would just let their ego take over and keep escalating the situation until somebody's credibility gets destroyed. Anytime JiDion gets in some sort of drama, his end goal is to sit down and have a conversation with the other party. He never wants to quote unquote win a drama. He just wants there to be a mutual understanding. And for the social climate that we live in, that says a lot about his character. There's a lot of unnecessary beefs in the YouTube sphere that could literally be solved with a text message or a Discord call. But then again, the ego takes over and nothing gets resolved. JiDion does the complete opposite, and hence why he's made it so far on the platform, but has fun while doing it. Because at the end of the day, there's gonna be people that are gonna have different views and perspectives than you. That's just the way the world works. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are just too dumb to realize it. Another really good example of this is when Hassan Piker called JiDion out on his most racist town in America video.
What he's always worried about is you know, making clickbait stuff and doing comedy or whatever. It doesn't really matter what the like message is overall, but that's not how this works. Like, you know, racism isn't just done.
The video is 2 minutes. He's in the video 2 minutes and 34 seconds, and he already judged what the entire video was. He literally just judged what the entire video was. He literally just said, I was just there to get a clickbait title and make some shitty jokes and do comedy and stuff like that. 2 minutes into the video. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you could literally see by like the intro, the tone that I had set. So it's just like, why are you already jumping to the conclusions of A, like what I went there for, and then B, how are you gonna like sit up here and tell me how I should feel about a town that A, you just probably figured out about, and then B, a town I know for a fact you never stepped foot in. You've never been to Harrison, Arkansas. You haven't talked to the locals there. You haven't talked to the minority locals there like I did. So it's like, how are you gonna sit up here and tell me like how it really is?
Now, JiDion obviously wasn't too fond about what Hassan had to say about it, but he never had real hard feelings against the guy, because by this point, I don't think they even knew each other. And the general consensus was that Hassan had a bias against JiDion because of the Pokimane situation. I don't know if that's 100% true, but they were able to set aside differences and basically just become friends, or at least cordial, which honestly is the more convenient way to go about it, especially for people at their status on the internet. Because if you're both doing that well, then like, what's even the point of beefing? Because like, if we're being real, always being an unnecessary drama never does well for your career in the long run. That's not even just for social media, that's for life in general. Like, drama happens, of course, but sometimes you can literally just fix it with the conversation. Sometimes it's all it takes. But that's it for this video though. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you made it this far though, I just want to say I greatly appreciate all the support I got in the last video. Like, I was not expecting any of that whatsoever. I saw the comments, the feedback, everything. I'm probably gonna stick to this video format until I'm ready to do something bigger. And I'm definitely gonna start streaming on Twitch once I'm at that point that I'm like fully comfortable. I suck at outros, but if you enjoy, like, sub, comment. Next video later this month whenever I finish one, and peace.